On to the next one, child. There's a lot of perfumes. Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Asian Renee. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you are a returner, I love you. Thank you for continuing to watch my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my most complimented and favorite perfumes. I'm so excited to show y'all because all of these perfumes are bomb, and if you're interested in what I have in store, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and keep watching. So most of the perfumes I'm going to show you guys are on the higher end. If you do see me looking down, it's because I have my notes, so I want to make sure I give y'all as much information as possible so that y'all can make, informed decisions, because, I'm a blind buyer and I know I go on YouTube to figure out what perfumes I want to watch. So I'm here to help y'all figure out what to add to y'all collection. So first we have, this is my favorite perfume and she is worth every penny. This is Bond number 9 in Tribeca, and first of all, I just want y'all to look at the bottle. Like, come on, come on. Yes. So the first thing that stood out to me was definitely in the bottle. I saw this in Bloomingdale's, and I saw the price, and I was like, $400. I actually went into Bloomingdale's looking for what's the Baccarat. I came into Bloomingdale's looking for Baccarat, but Bloomingdale's doesn't carry Baccarat. So I went up to the counter. I'm like, I'm looking for Baccarat. He was like, we don't carry that. I'm like, okay, but I like really warm, sweet vanilla, I like smelling like cookies. So he pulled out this, and I think he pulled out Greenwich Village as well. And when I smelled this, I immediately fell in love. Cause like I said, I like smelling really sweet, and if you like smelling sweet, like, this is the perfect perfume. And not like floral, like bubblegum sweet, like I said, like cookies, chocolate, caramel, amber, jasmine, those kind of smells. This is perfect. I'm going to tell you guys the top notes. The top notes are cacao, absolute, green hazelnut. The middle notes are jasmine, sandbag, absolute, cedarwood, and the base notes are ambroxan, moss, and caramel. So as you can see, we have a lot of those really warm scents with the cacao and the hazelnut, and then we also have some woodsy scents with the cedarwood. So this is a very sensual and very sweet and warm. To describe this, this is the girl that everyone wants to be friends with. She's so nice, but she's real laid back and chill. And as soon as she walks in the room, you're like, oh my gosh, who is that? Who is that? But she's real, she's low-key though. She's low-key, but baby, not to mention, I understand the price tag because this lasts all freaking day. All day. I could go to the supermarket, I could go to work, and then go to the gym, and I will still smell like this. So honestly, I feel like y'all should definitely cop this. I would say this perfume is really good for any season. I've worn it in colder seasons like it is now, and I've also worn it in the summer, and it smelled really good across any season. It's heavy, but it's not too overpowering, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is also a very good day or nighttime scent. I feel like this is a good everyday scent. Again, that's because I like to smell like a warm hug all the time, and I think that has a lot to do with growing up, and the black women around me always smelled very warm and just comfy, and that's just how I prefer to smell. So I feel like this perfume is perfect if you also appreciate really warm scents as well. So this is my absolute favorite in my collection, and I get the most compliments on this. Everyone always says I smell good when I wear this, so definitely make sure y'all cop. Okay, now number 2 for most complimented. I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen this bottle. This is YSL Libre Intense. Now this one I feel like is the most unique out of all of the scents I have. To describe her, she's very much that girl. Unlike the first one, the first one commands attention, but she commands attention and she's like, don't talk to me, don't look at me, you see me, I'm here, but I'm not, you feel me? She's very much that bee, and if you're trying to be like that bee, you need to get her, because she's very much like commanding the room, stealing your man, and leaving. That's it. So I'm going to tell y'all the top notes. Lavender essence, orange and bergamot. The middle notes are lavender, Tunisian orange blossom, jasmine sandalwood, and orchid accord. And the base notes are warm vanilla, tonka bean, ambergris, and vetiver. Now, I didn't even know this had lavender in it. That's not really the first thing I smell. I'm actually gonna smell it. Listen, I love this scent. This is like, this scent is just so like, it just commands attention. Like, you just, when you wear this, just know that everyone is gonna smell you from a mile away. As soon as you pass, you know, when you pass by people, you smell their scent, you're like, what is that? That's this. This is very feminine. I meant to mention with the Bond Number 9, the Bond Number 9 is unisex, so a man or a woman can wear it. And I feel like I can definitely get that from the scent. Like, it smells like it would smell really good on a man as well. But this is a very feminine scent. She's very strong and bold. She's gonna tell you exactly how she feels. And I would say this is more of a nighttime scent. To me, this is a little bit too strong for the daytime. I personally wouldn't prefer it for daytime, but it's floral and it's woodsy, and I think that hint of vanilla is what I like about it, because again, I like really warm scents, but she's warm, but she's spicy warm. Like, she's I love this perfume. I would definitely prefer this for colder seasons. I think for hotter seasons, this is just a little bit too much for me. But definitely in like the end of spring, fall, and winter months, I think this perfume is perfect. And I probably get more compliments on this than Bond Number 9, just because she's a really standout piece. Like, she's very bold, like very bold. So I would definitely say go out and cop her. I got this as a gift, so you can get them engraved. My boyfriend got it for me for our anniversary, I think. So look at the bottle. Like, the bottle is so freaking cute. Okay, for our next perfume, we have Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. And I feel like many others, I fell in love with the bottle. Like, when I saw the bottle, I was like, oh, I need to have this in my collection. I don't care how it smells. But when I did smell it, I was pleasantly surprised. This has a very sweet and alluring smell. Like, it draws you in. She's like a little bit more like, she's very sexy, but she's very mysterious. Like, you smell her and you're like, ooh, like, she's definitely a little bit more friendly than YSL Intense. She's a little bit more warm. I think that's because she's a bit more floral. But anyway, let me get into the top notes. The top notes are almond, middle notes are tuberose and jasmine sandalwood, and bottom notes are tonka bean and cocoa. And I don't know if you guys have noticed something similar between all the perfumes I have. They definitely have jasmine sandalwood, and they either have like a vanilla or a cocoa or a tonka bean. So you probably see what kind of scents like I personally am drawn towards. So if you're drawn to similar warmer scents, these are definitely the perfumes to get. And then as far as the main accords for this one, I thought they were interesting because it's warm spicy. It has the vanilla, the cacao, amber, tuberose, but it's also woodsy. And I didn't really get woodsy from this, so when I found that out, I was a little bit surprised. But honestly, I feel like this and the YSL Libre Intense are great date night picks. Like, I feel like they're both very, very sexy perfumes. I think this one, again, is just a little bit more sweet than YSL Libre Intense. And this is another one that smells so good, but again, not as bold as Libre Intense. I think she's very pretty. Like, she's not light, she's definitely a little bit more on the heavier side, but again, very feminine, but still bold, you know what I'm saying? But she's a little bit more laid back than YSL Libre Intense, and I definitely get a lot of compliments on her just because I think of how sweet it is. Like, that sweet smell, I think really attracts people to this scent. It smells so good. Yeah, so this is definitely one of my favorites. I would say out of the 3 I've shown so far, I would say bottle number 9 is probably my favorite for everyday wear, because it does have those like really warm scents like the cacao. It is very woodsy and it has the amber in it as well. And then for, again, more heavier date night scents, I would say YSL Libre Intense and also Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. This, when it comes to time of day, I feel like you could get away with wearing this during the daytime just because it does have that floral scent to it. But I don't know if I would wear it in the summertime. I'd probably stick to cooler months for this as well. Okay, so coming in at number 4, we have Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. Now, there was a point in time where like I was fiending over getting this perfume. I think I first saw it on Aaliyah's Faces channel and she kept talking about how good it smells, and I was like, okay. And baby, this perfume smells like you're sitting on a private island. Like, it smells like you're on Bahamas, in the Bahamas on a beach with a pina colada. Like, this is a very good spring summer vacation smell. Like, it's definitely, the name fits it well, Soleil Blanc, like, because it definitely just makes me feel like I'm on an island somewhere. It's very luxurious. My biggest complaint about this perfume is that it does not last long, and I've heard that about a lot of other Tom Ford perfumes, so I don't think I'm alone in that, which really sucks because I really love this scent, but I don't really pick it up as much just because I know that when I wear it, it's not gonna last that long. So for top notes, it has pistachio, bergamot, cardamom, and pink pepper, and I definitely smell that pistachio. It does smell very nutty, and I think that's where I kind of get that island smell. And then the middle notes are tuberose, don't kill me for mispronouncing, lang lang, I think it's lang lang, and jasmine. And then base notes are coconut, amber, tonka bean, and benzoin. So this one again smells, I smell a lot of coconut in it. Like, it smells very nutty. It's very sweet, but again, like, it smells like a warm vacation. It's very seductive. It's very light. It's very, again, like, very intoxicating. Like, if these just lasted longer, like, please, Tom Ford, like, if these lasted longer, this would have definitely been higher on my list because I really love the way it smells. This is the bottle. I feel like the bottle is very minimal. And personally, I feel like for the price tag, we could do a little bit more with the bottle. I know why it's minimal. Like, I understand, especially with the Tom Ford brand. But I don't know. The bottle is just, she doesn't stand out to me. But when I do wear it, when it's freshly put on, I do get a lot of comments about this one as well. But this is something that, like, I feel like I have to carry with me to make sure I can reapply so people can actually smell it. Because after a couple of hours, you just don't smell it no more. So, but yeah, I would still say get her. I think she's, again, really good for vacation. But again, something that you're going to have to reapply throughout the day, which can be kind of annoying. Okay. 5th on my list is Decadence by Marc Jacobs. Another bottle buy. I just want y'all to get into the bottle. Like, is the bottle not like the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? Like, it kind of reminds me of a handbag, and I really love it. And to be honest, I'm not really a fan of Marc Jacobs' other perfumes because I feel like his other perfumes are very like fruity and floral, and I'm not a fruity and floral type of person. So honestly, I feel like Decadence just really, she really does it for me. Like, she's a very, this is also an everyday scent. Like, I put her and bottle number 9 in my everyday scents categories, because Decadence is also another bold one, but I think she's also very sexy as well. I'll tell you her top notes: plum, saffron, and iris. Her middle notes are orris, Bulgarian rose, and jasmine sambac, my favorite. It's funny, just pausing here, it's funny because when I was a teenager and I was first wearing any type of perfumes, like many other people, I started off with Victoria's Secret. And I started off like, and the ones I was always attracted to was, there was like something called Jasmine something. It came in like a golden bottle. I'm sure they still sell it. and there was amber or something. So like jasmine, amber, and vanilla have like always been my scents, even when I was just wearing body sprays. So I find it funny that now as an adult, that's still the things that I gravitate towards. Anyway, okay, yeah, and then the base notes are vetiver, papyrus, and liquid amber. So this is very woodsy, but also sweet. It's very earthy. And I think this is another warm, spicy one. Like, it's very spicy. This one, I would say, she's a little bit heavy. So probably not all year, but definitely for the colder months, I think she's perfect. And another thing, I would definitely not only wear this for every day, but I think this would be a very good date night perfume as well, just because it is very sexy and sophisticated. Like, she definitely gives grown women. Like, it's a couple of these that I have said so far that gives grown women, like, I'm grown and sexy. And it's this one, and YSL Libre Intense, that I feel like both give that, and maybe Carolina Herrera as well. But I really enjoy this, and again, this is a good everyday for me because I personally like that sweet and woodsy smell for my everyday smells, and I don't think that Marc Jacobs is as heavy, the Decadence is as heavy as YSL Libre Intense and Good Girl, but it's enough to command a presence when you walk in a room. Like, on to the next one, child. There's a lot of perfumes. Okay, now 6 on my list, and this is actually something I just got. This is the Harriman Amber Oud Rouge. Now, apparently, I think, who was it? Fumi Monet talked about this perfume being a really good Baccarat dupe. And I got this as a gift, and I will say it definitely smells a lot like Baccarat. When you first spray it, it does have like this ethanol alcohol smell that I don't really like, but once it dries, it smells very good. Now, this is my newest perfume in my collection, and I've worn it a couple times, and I will say it has lasted long, and it's definitely not as strong as the other ones in my collection. Like, she's there, but this is definitely a perfume that I probably would have to combine with another perfume. But I really like the way she smells. She's very aromatic, another warm, spicy, similar to Bond No. 9. I'll tell y'all the top notes. Saffron, the middle notes are jasmine, and then the base notes are ambergris, musk, and white cedar extract. So again, another like woodsy, musky, like a very warm, spicy smell. And this is unisex, just like Baccarat, and I can definitely smell this being really, like, I can definitely see it being really good on like my man as well if I were to spray this on him. And let me just smell it. And I love this bottle. Like, I think the bottle is so like luxurious. Y'all see this? Like, there's a lot of detail, and it's a very heavy bottle. Like, this is not no light bottle, okay? Yeah. So it's a lot lighter. I can definitely see myself using this as more of an everyday perfume because it's light and it's sweet, but it's also, again, very woodsy, very aromatic. And I really like this perfume, and I definitely see myself using this again for an everyday perfume similar to Bond No. 9. I'm not gonna say I got the most compliments because I just started wearing that, but my boyfriend said it smelled good, and when I went out with it the other day, a couple people said it smelled good. So I think y'all should get it. I personally think y'all should get it. And last but certainly not least is MFK Gentle Fluidity Gold. Now, when I first smelled this in the mall, it smelled completely different than the bottle I got. First of all, the one in the mall wasn't purple. So like, I got this as a gift. My boyfriend got it for me, and at first I thought he got the wrong perfume, but when I kept doing research, I'm like, it's the same. And some people just said they just so happened to get purple bottles. Now, I would say this is my least favorite, but one of my most complimented. Like, a lot of people, when I do wear this, say that it smells good, but this is very powdery. It's very powdery, it's very sweet. It has the vanilla there, but I think because, so the notes for this is juniper berries, nutmeg, coriander, musk, amber woods, and vanilla. And I think those juniper berries is what throws me off because I don't really like scents, again, that are super fruity. And I think that fruity aspect of it yeah, so when I smelled it in the bottle like this, I didn't like it. But when I spray it on myself, I get used to it a little bit more. This is unisex. I personally don't think it's unisex. I think it's a little bit more like feminine. It is a very light perfume, so I definitely could see this being worn like in the summer, in the spring, but in the winter as well. And it definitely does last long. I definitely do smell it all day. But if I had to choose between this and Baccarat, I would definitely choose Baccarat. Again, it's so weird because when I smelled this in the mall, it's like it was a completely different formula. It doesn't smell anything like what I smelled previously. And I probably wouldn't buy this again. I probably would just buy Baccarat instead of this, but I'll let y'all see the bottle. I think the bottle is really pretty. I like the fact that it is purple, but for some reason I think the purple one is a different formula. I don't know, they said it's not, but I think it is because it doesn't smell the same. Anyway, y'all, thank you for watching this video. If y'all are interested in any of the perfumes I mentioned, I'll make sure to link them all down below. And if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!